Hello, everybody, and welcome back to game development. I think today we're gonna try and do something that I've been avoiding for a long time, which is we're gonna work through our movement component. Okay, so there's a few things I want to do. I want to so we have logic that we need to write. I want this super basic movement component to move from actor location to towards movement input vector, but first we have to orient towards the direction we'll move in. And this isn't even all the problems. There's a lot of there's a lot of problems in our code right now. I think I'm just I'm struggling with this specifically because of just I don't even know where to start. This isn't Unreal. Doesn't help me. That's future stuff. That, once again, that's talking about future. Let's get in game. Let's build. I don't know how many changes I have, but let's build. Let's get in engine and let's play around with these settings. And it's like I start streaming, I just feel tired. I just feel tired. I don't feel like I feel like I'm in over my head. You know, So that's too few. That's too many. So it was really that was it. Yeah, that's over on the screen. Navigation. 0.1. 0.1. Hmm. That I get in. Spawn in a fighter. Okay. It's better than it was. It's part of the thing is that we don't actually use that basic movement component right now. I don't even quite know what I want. I just... So I just look at this and what is the next thing that needs to be done? Just look at our bullet. Let's go ahead and try this out. See if we ever... 1, 2. Okay, target needs to be... That's gonna break some stuff. Okay. That fixes some of the problems. If this works, then that bullet should be gone. Sorry for the noise. I just get distracted. I have problems. One, 2, and the bullet's gone, and it's not shooting anymore. Let's get 2 of them out there. Should now shoot this guy. Heck yeah! Oh, it worked. It just worked. Okay. Okay. Good cleanup. It's been 20 minutes. But we have killable entities. Progress. We have bullets that don't stick around forever when their target dies. Progress. We need to get this health bar in place, I suppose. Maybe. So much of what's left is UI, and I don't like UI. I don't want to. This is something I have learned. I don't want to do UI. And I don't mind implementing UI. I just don't want to design UI. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. So we've bullet objects. I'm struggling this week. This knee injury has been hard on me, but hard in a different way than I expected it to. It's been really hard on my mental health. Really hard for me to really just stay in a mentally healthy spot. I'm not excited about this project right now. I understand that I'm going through this slog right now. Like, I'm going through a spot where nothing is easy. Everything is hard. And I don't feel like I'm making big progress because I dealt with a lot of the easy things early on. Yeah. I don't want to do health bars today. I don't want to do anything with UI. So I think the answer for all of this data-driven is that it's not actually data-driven. It's all just going to be packages, stuff that's so it's all going to just be individual packages that load themselves during the game's startup phase. And if I do it right, that should allow it should allow it to be extensible. The only problem here is that it means that I'm not developing any tooling, but that's just gonna have to be okay. It's gonna have to be okay that I don't develop any tooling. Yeah, this isn't gonna end up happening, I'm pretty sure. because all the tooling is just going to be inside of Unreal. Like, Unreal Engine is going to be the tooling. So I need to design it so that it works, but so units can die. We need a spawn point, a nav point, an end point. That really is just gonna be we need to write a script for a spawner building, and be able to predefine that building's paths. Okay, let's set up a new interface, which is going to be an auto spawner. Our auto spawner will have a virtual void next wave equals 0. Virtual bool has another wave equals 0. So after calling next wave, we'll call has another wave to determine whether this is the last wave or not. And that will be how we pay attention to winning. Ending the game. Winning. There we go. Next wave has another wave. We're gonna have, so like the play, we're gonna have a controller, and then we need a virtual, and then we need a way to get information on the next wave, to show in a UI somewhere. So with that, we're going to have a component, auto Unreal class. It's gonna be an actor component, and this is gonna be creep spawn spawner, and this is then going to be a public I auto spawner. We hop into here, we grab this, override them. We generate their definitions. So we then need a struct right, we can't do that for structs. Add file wave.h. This is then going to be f wave there. F wave. The wave is going to have a t array of t and this is going to be creeps to spawn. Honestly, we need one more. We're gonna need another file. This is going to be spawninfo.h. F spawn info. This actually needs to be wave.generated.h, and this needs to be spawn info.generated.h. This one is not actually going to be a t array of f spawn info. Yeah, and our spawn info is going to have a t subclass of a actor creep class. T non-null subclass of, sure. A actor. So that's our creep class. And then we probably need a add file stats.h. Stats, f stats, What's your problem? Okay. Cancel. Add file is going to be unit stats.h f u. Okay. Spawn info. We'll have a creep class. We're going to have a f unit stats creep stats. It's going to be class and going to be stats. Yes. And this is going to be a u property. Yeah. And a u property. Yeah. Okay, so we have our class and our stats, because we're going to be able to have the same class with different stats at different points in the at different points in the battle. So look the same, but it moves faster, hits harder isn't quite right, but moves faster, has more health, hits harder. Blueprint type. Yeah. So a wave has creeps to spawn. It's gonna be a U property, and I'm gonna have another U property, and this here's gonna be int creeps per second. So this is going to show how quickly they should be spawned. Let's do it a different way. Int min creeps per second, and then same thing, int max creeps per second. So if you want to guarantee 5 creeps a second, you just set them both to the same. If you want it to have a range, we will then generate a random int between those two numbers, and then divide, and to use that to generate to determine how long it will be before we spawn the next creep. Because this T array, it can all probably be a T set. Because it doesn't need to change. So our creep spawner has another wave. Auto spawner, so we are then going to have a blat per wave. Our auto spawner is then going to need a virtual f wave, get next wave equals 0. No, stop. Yes. Okay, get next wave. Spawn next wave, has another wave, get next wave. So spawn next wave, has another wave, get next wave. We can, that works. We're then in here gonna have a u property, edit anywhere. This is going to be a t set of f wave, waves, and we're gonna have a u property, or we're gonna have an int current wave equals 0, or equals -1. Spawn like we're gonna do current wave plus start spawn process for wave, has another wave if current wave is less than waves dot num, return. It's like return this. That feels like it's gonna be an off by 1 error right there. This get next wave needs to be a const f wave reference, const f wave reference. Okay, this needs to be a T array then, which probably means this also needs to be a T array. So if we have one wave, that would be index, that would be yes. So the logic here has one wave, at index 0. Current wave starts at -1. Current wave plus 1 equals 0. 0 is less than waves dot num. Has 2 waves at index 0 and 1. Current wave starts at -1. Yeah. And then so if we're doing the same thing, spawn next wave gets called. Current wave is 0. 0 plus 1 is not less than 1. Returns false. Yeah, that's correct. Here's a const fwave reference. Fwave. Int creep index equals 0. Dex equals 0. One thing equals int max. Actually, I can just do this. Equals -1. Wave spawn info. Wave creep spawner. If creep index is not equal to -1. No, let's go back to let's do int max. If creep index is less, if current wave is greater than or equal to 0 and is less than waves dot num, if waves current wave dot creeps to spawn Okay, we're just gonna do this. Dot creeps to spawn is dot num is less or is greater than creep index. Spawn creep. So I suppose what I'm gonna do here, is some of this. Timer handle, timer delegate, or fire delegate. Okay, I'm gonna pop that over on that screen so that I can see everything. So these are protected. F timer handle, spawn timer. Spawn delegate. U function void spawn creep. And then we're just gonna have a void schedule next spawn. want to do is we want to have a float min spawn time, float max spawn time. And so spawn next wave is going to calculate our min spawn time and our max spawn time. Yeah. So and really this needs to be flipped. There we go. Yeah. And then this is then going to say, I call schedule next spawn. Schedule next spawn is then going to, not you. Bind u function, this f name spawn creep. Okay. One more. Okay, we're then going to get world timer manager. This isn't in the actor. Okay, we now have spawn timer. Spawn delegate. Rate loop. Bah. F math. Rand range. Gonna be min spawn time, max spawn time, false. Then gonna do creep index plus plus. Spawn the requested creep with the requested stats. If waves current wave dot creeps to spawn dot num, if creep index plus 1 is less than that, schedule next spawn, else creep index equals int max. And it really just doesn't matter. If we do that, we schedule the next spawn. Otherwise, we don't. So that there should be our spawner. We have that. We have our waves, our wave system. Okay. I wanna... I'm struggling, guys. Okay, so I think that's that. We need a waypoint system now. The waypoint system is also going to be what gets rendered when we're in our building mode. So oh, there's one in here, isn't it? Source. You know, no, not F selected. Spawn info. Build. Oh, we need to actually add the include. There we go. Cancel build. Build. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I think I'm gonna call it again today. I don't. I'm just not here. I don't feel like I'm making good content for you guys. There's too much of my brain that gets taken up by worrying about not making good content while I'm streaming. So, I'm gonna try to be in a good mind space this evening to do a game stream. I think I'm gonna try and play Path of Exile 2, cause I want to play the game, and I played it when it first came out a little bit over my Christmas break. But then I decided I didn't want to continue with that character because I wasn't having fun with the build I had, and I didn't really want to start a new one if I wasn't streaming. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I think we're going to try and do Path of Exile tonight. But I need to be in the right mindset to get there. So I'm going to work on getting in the right mindset to stream tonight. And we're going to keep working on stuff like this off stream. I hope. I'm really struggling. I've really been struggling just mentally. So yeah, I will see you later, hopefully tomorrow at the very latest. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.